Hello my dears and welcome back. I'm Shannon and welcome if you're new. I thought I would pop on here tonight and share with you guys my winter 2024 TBR so you kind of know what to expect over the next few months on this channel. So these are going to be in no particular order, but let's just jump on into them. Now I gotta tell you, there's a bunch of books on this list that I'm so excited to read. And this one is definitely at the top of that list. And this is Once There Were Wolves by Charlotte McConaughey. I hope I'm saying that right. I ordered this without really knowing too much about it. I had just heard some people talking about it and they really loved it. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna check this one out. And from what I can tell, it's about a girl who works as a biologist, or a woman who works as a biologist, and she's getting ready to reintroduce a bunch of gray wolves into the area where she lived. And it becomes a story of her and her traumatized twin sister. And she's hoping that doing this will heal not only nature in their area, but also each other, and it just kind of snowballs from there. There's a murder. A local farmer ends up murdered. I don't know much about this, but I can't wait to read it. I think it's a thriller. Can't wait. Next one. Okay. Next one I have to mentally and emotionally prepare for, because 2023 was the year that brought me one of my new favorite authors. Her name is Tiffany McDaniel. I love her so much. The first book I read was On the Savage Side, which I can't talk about it anymore than I already have on this channel, but just let me tell you, it broke my heart. Then I read Betty. That was absolutely incredible. So the only book left for me to read was her debut, and that is The Summer That Melted Everything. And I'm so excited. I'm a little stressed about it in a good way, because I just know she's gonna get me again. There's just something about the way that Tiffany McDaniel writes and tells a story that gets under my skin in a way that is so delicious, even though she will break your heart. So have you read this? Let me know. I can't wait to read it. Oh my God. Next, I may do a reading vlog for this one. If you have been around for a few weeks at least, you'll see that a few weeks ago I posted a reading vlog for A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I had to read it and do a reading vlog for it because I was so nosy. I'd heard people talking about that book for years. So then, after I got into it, I heard people say, well, you kind of got to get through the first one, and then like the second one's where it really starts to get good. So I ordered it, A Court of Mist and Fury. It's hefty. I don't know if I'm going to read more after this. Maybe I'm going to finish this, and I'm going to be dying to read the rest of the series, or what's out of the series. I think there's 4 books out, 5 books. But I don't think she's done the series. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. That's on there. Next up, we have The Manor House by Gilly Macmillan. Gilly or Jilly? Which do you think it is? I'm not sure. But this is a book about 2 people, a couple, a married couple who win the lottery. And that kind of marks the beginning of the end for them. I don't know why, but we will find out together. Next up, you may have seen this. If you watched Vlogmas, you've seen my copy of this book, but it is Emma by Jane Austen. Look. 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 I may do a reading vlog for this one as well. I'm not sure yet. But I've read Emma, but many moons ago. So I can't wait to read it again, kind of as an adult, and see how it hits then. Then, after that, I've got 4 lined up on Goodreads that I'll be reading in the next couple of months because they come out within the next couple of months. The first is by S.T. Gibson, and it's An Education in Malice. This is actually the book I'm reading right now. And I grabbed it when I saw it, or requested it as soon as I saw it, because I've heard so many people talk about her book before this one, called A Dowry of Blood. and people loved it. And so this isn't a sequel or anything, but it's just her next book, and it sounds so good, and I can't wait to read it. I think it's like a dark academia, vampires. It's like a sort of a retelling of Carmilla, which is a very old vampire story, one of the original vampire stories. Also, A Game of Lies by Claire McIntosh. I've read her books before and enjoyed them. And actually, a week or so ago, I got an email from someone reaching out on behalf of the author to send me 2 books of hers. So there's this one, and then there's one that I think is sort of memoir. So I'm reading this one first, and then we'll get to that one eventually as well. So thank you to whoever emailed me. Oh, also, we've got This Skin Was Once Mine and Other Misfortunes by Eric LaRocca. I've read a few of their books on this channel. I think things have gotten worse since we last spoke, and the trees grew because we bled there. And I just find them to be such a interesting storyteller. Sometimes a little gruesome. Makes your skin crawl, but in a really fun kind of way. And I can't wait to read that one too. And then finally, the 3rd book in the J. Daniels trilogy by Stephen Graham Jones, The Angel of Indian Lake. And that one comes out, I think, in March. And that's the 3rd continued book from. The first 2 were My Heart is a Chainsaw, and the second one is Don't Fear the Reaper. So I look forward to all of those. And then the final 2 I want to tell you guys about today are the February and March selections for my bookish podcast, THC Library, with my friend Krista Emter. So we've also got our April one picked out, but that book hasn't arrived yet. So I'll just touch on the February and March ones. First, this one is our February pick. I don't know if it's romance or what it is. On the front it says, a husband, a wife, a mistress, and the ultimate plan for revenge. So I'm guessing like the wife and the mistress team up. I honestly don't know. But it's called Got You Back by Jane Fallon. And I think that should be interesting. So that's February's pick. And then for March, I've heard about this author so often, but I've never read a single thing from him. And that's Brandon Sanderson. And the book we're reading in March is The Frugal Wizards Handbook for Surviving Medieval England. If that's not the cutest title, I don't know a single thing about it. But I do know there's beautiful artwork in here, and then on the beautiful. So yeah, I don't know anything about it. I know it came out last year, I think in June. And I'm excited to read him because I know he is a very prolific author. I know that I saw a joke one time on TikTok where it's like, as soon as you hear about the new Brandon Sanderson, is that his name? Am I saying that right? Yeah, Brandon Sanderson book. He's already put out a new book. Like the books, they keep on coming. So good for him. Love that. I looked it up. I was like, how old is he? Because I think he's put out like 72 books. Or 73, something crazy. And I was like, please be 80 years old. But he's 48, I think. Wow. That's honestly incredible. I often think about someone that's that prolific. Like, their mind just must be spinning at all times. Just with so much in there. And they're just getting it out. It's incredible. So, good for you, Brandon. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me for today. Like I said, just wanted to hop on and do a quick video because I missed you guys. It's been like, I think 4 days since I filmed my last video. And after Vlogmas, after filming every day for so long, when a couple days go by, you start to get a little like, what can I film? So it's like, oh, my TBR, because I'm not quite done an education at Malice yet. But I will be soon, perhaps Monday. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great weekend. Let me know what you're up to, how you're doing. Have you read The Summer That Melted Everything? Am I going to be okay? Although, if I made it through On the Savage Side and Betty, I can make it through this one. And I can't wait to talk to you guys about it. All right, I'll see you again soon. Bye.